Good morning. Welcome to World Without Rule of Law. Today, I'm doing a video response to the 5 items that I carry every day. And I was tagged by Lou over at BC Bottoms. And so these are my 5 things. So, like in my car, I have extra boots and coats and clothes and different stuff, right? But every day, if we're talking every day, then we're talking like not in a grid down or a Tiawaki or whatever. We're just talking like every day, like the world is still functioning, kind of. And so this is what I got. First of all, so like my everyday carry can change. Right now, especially in the winter, I carry this 1911 Sig Sauer chambered in 45, and I like it. I like the full sizeness of it, the heaviness of it. And so in summer, when I'm wearing like shorts and just a t-shirt or whatever, then I change it up a little. But for now, that's my everyday carry. That's number 1. Number 2, I have this thumb drive. Goes on my keychain, right? It's just I don't know, it's like a 6 gig or whatever. Not really sure. But that you can keep with you, and you can have whatever kind of documents, scanning. You can scan like your driver's license, your concealed carry permit, registration, pretty much anything you want, really. Maps. So that's usually on my keychain. Got my cell phone, of course, on here. Just got everything I use on a daily basis. I have my Bible on there, Bible app. I got some other whatever information, contact information. Now, I'll get back to that in a second, but this is a charger for the cell phone. Alright, so has a little flashlight on it. This charger, I think we got it either free or super cheap. My wife got one when we re-upped our phones last time, bought new phones or whatever. So she has the iPhone, right? I just run a cheap Android, Samsung, whatever. Mine takes a beating, and I can't justify spending the money on a really nice one. So this, when my battery alarm on the phone, when the alarm sounds, the battery's at 15%. If I plug this in, so this USB goes into here, and then it just, very simple, goes into my phone. And again, like I said, I got a flashlight on there too. So when I plug this in to the phone at 15%, which is when the alarm goes off, there's enough power in one charge here to power the phone to 100% and still have a little bit left over. So, it's small. It stays about the size of, well, it's a little bit bigger than a Bic lighter. Not too much. And can stay right in my pocket. I can charge the phone in my pocket. And so, if the car breaks down or whatever, and I don't have the power in the car and the ports in the car, and my phone's starting to run dead, I got a new charge there. And so I think that's pretty important to have. The 5th item is right up here in my brain. So like our most important tool, right? Weapon, if you want to call it that even, is our intellect. Our ability to think and reason. Cognitive thought, right? So like a few weeks ago when that false alarm missile thing in Hawaii, I was reading a thing or listening to a thing on NPR radio. I did a video about it. Some of you may have seen it, but there was 4 people in a hotel room, and immediately, this one went on Twitter, that one went on Facebook, and they're trying to find out information about, when's the bomb going to hit and all the missile and all this other stuff. Like, is that the best reasoning process? You have so much time. Well, thank God that was just a false alarm. But if it had been real, you have just so much time till this missile hits, right? In a situation like that, let's just take, is the best use of your time going on social media to find out more about when the missile's coming and all that? Not that that's not important, but really, you don't know if you have minutes, hours. You probably should be doing other things with that time. That's just my opinion. But that's in our brain, right? That's, like I said, our brain is our most powerful tool or weapon. We have the ability to think, the ability to formulate a plan and a backup plan, and to act and to make decisions, split-second decisions when we need to. And so that's not the fifth thing, that's the first thing. And that's something that can never be taken away from you. I mean, it can be taken away by God, but like the police can't take it, the government can't take it, your ability to have autonomy in the way that you think. And I think that a lot of us maybe underestimate the importance of that, or don't consider that, right? So let's go back to the cell phone and the USB thumb drive for a moment. Information is huge. Now, a lot of you that follow my channel or that are watching me probably follow or watch Step 1 Survival. So I follow him on Patreon. So, okay, and I realize Patreon's a paid subscription, right? It's $1 a month. If you were going to spend $1 a month on any Patreon site page, he's probably the one. He's a good one, right? Because, like, he puts up these PDFs. And so you can download them, right? You can download them on a thumb drive. You can download them on your phone. I download the stuff to Google Drive. As long as there's internet and power on my phone, I could pull them up. If it's something that, I really, really want, even if, say, the internet went down, then I could put it on the thumb drive. If it's something, even a level above that I want no matter what, even if the internet goes down, I print it out on a piece of paper. I can put it in my backpack or whatever. Make a little library, right? Now, of course, paper, that's heavy if you print out 12,000 documents. But you got to pick and choose. Like, now, I should have wrote down some of the ones, but he's got ones on, like, making shelters, making snow shelters. All kinds of, like, first aid stuff and orienteering, how to find your way in the wilderness, or the list really is endless. Combative stuff, weapons stuff, like. So I'm going to try to put a link to some of these channels in the description. But Step 1 Survival, if you're not familiar with them, check them out on YouTube, and really consider following them on Patreon, because for $1 a month, just those PDFs alone is well worth the price that you'd pay for a year or whatever. Like, think about it. If you pledge them at $1 a month for a year, that's $12. You can go in, download all the PDFs, and the value far exceeds that. So, thanks, Lou, for tagging me. I have kind of a connection with Lou because we became friends through YouTube, and, he hails from the People's Republic of Connecticut, like I do, and he moved to a free state to try to change his life. And my wife and I are in the process of trying to do that ourselves, and we will be shortly. And so I have kind of a connection with Lou, and he's got a great channel. Him and his wife Gabby are doing the homesteading thing, and I'm going to try to put a link to him too. It's BC Bottoms. If you're not already subscribed, or if you haven't seen him, go over and check it out. It's worth looking at. And okay, so I got to tag 5 people. So I think I'm gonna, rather than like the preppers, and most of the like kind of preppers that I watch or follow have already done this, have already been involved in this. 5 things that you carry EDC every day, right? So I'm gonna go in like a little bit different direction. I think, well, and actually it's not totally a different direction because prepping and homesteading overlap greatly. But I'm gonna tag a few homesteaders because I like to see, there's people out there making a living on their homestead every day, living and working, and I like to see the things that they carry and that they use every day to get that done. So I'm gonna tag Sarah and Kevin at Living Traditions Homestead. I love their channel. They're very informative. I'll say this about their channel too, like they're very articulate in their explanation of how they do things. So if you're looking at at it as like, if you want to do like say raising rabbits or canning or whatever the topics are that they're covering, it's not just a broad general overview, it's pretty in-depth, step by step. And I know it's not meant to be like instructional, and maybe that's the wrong word, but for me it is instructional because it instructs me on how to do it. And again, like I said, they're very articulate and they explain themselves very well and the process very well, step by step. I love that channel. That's Living Traditions Homestead. Also, I'm going to tag Watchman742. Now, he hasn't put up any content. He's a subscriber of mine. He's got a pretty decent perspective on things, and I would just like to see his 5 thing everyday carry. I don't know if he'll do it or not. He has not done any content, but maybe this will encourage him to, even if he just picks up his cell phone and does a short little video. I'd love to see him do it. Third one is Teddy from Teddy's Gun Shop. He's got a neat little channel. He just got a little workshop in his basement, and he like reviews some guns and stuff that he has and some little projects he does. He just made a brass cross out of casings, shell casings. It's pretty cool. He's kind of like a backyard engineer kind of guy, so go over and check his channel out. You might enjoy it. This is going way too long, but that's probably it, those 3, and then I know I'm supposed to have 5, but I would just like to encourage any of my viewers, followers that haven't made content. Maybe this would be a good time for you to throw up a short video and just get involved with it. Again, thank you all for watching, and go over and check out some of those channels. I'm going to put their things in the links. God bless you.